All right, what's up everybody? It is 2018. This is the first Tech Audit TV video of 2018. Hopefully you're having a great Sunday so far. What better way to kick off the year than with a Q&A video? I was actually just going through my YouTube channel here and I realized I have never done a Q&A video. So without further ado, let's just get into the show and answer your questions. All right, first question, here we go. What are your goals for your YouTube channel? This is a good question because it's the new year and everybody has made resolutions. I don't really care about subscriber numbers. I think that's more of a vanity number. My goal is to make sure that every week, at least once a week, every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, there is a video uploaded for you folks to enjoy. Next question is, are you already a full-time tech YouTuber, or do you still work elsewhere? So YouTube is not my full-time job, hence why it's sometimes a little tough to get a video out just once a week. I do have a full-time job at a company called Dev Mountain. We teach people how to code, so if you ever want to become a web developer or a UX designer or an iOS developer, it's a super fast-paced bootcamp style course, and there's several locations around the country here in the US. You can go ahead and check them out down below, devmountain.com. Next question, why did you decide to do YouTube and who was your inspiration? Man, that's really tough. So why YouTube? I actually started a YouTube channel in like 2006.
I have right here behind stage Taylor Hicks. He is the Season 5 American Idol winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Hicks!
And it's gone. I deleted it. It was more like a random talk show type thing, just goofing around with my brother.
Welcome to the second episode of the Dr. Matt Show. I'm Dr. Matt. We've got a great lineup this week. We've got we've got Taylor Hicks on the show, American Idol. We got Hassman with... Are you kidding me? Welcome to the Dr. Matt Show. It's our second episode, and I appreciate
I wish, looking back, now knowing how big YouTube has become, that I kept that channel. But I've always had a fascination with video, and I would always make little, short films with my my brothers at home growing up on our crappy little analog camera. And so as I saw YouTube, I naturally became a big fan of it as a consumer. I was on it every single day. This was kind of a way for me to talk about the things that I love and share that experience and that knowledge and that information with like-minded people like you. As far as inspiration, man, it's really tough. I don't really, I can't really pin it down to one specific YouTuber. It's really just been a collective over the years, not just in tech, but in general, seeing people who were nobodies become somebodies through YouTube and through their hard work. And I'm a big believer that YouTube is going to be, if it hasn't already gotten there, the new media of how millennials and the generation after really consume media and information. So happy to be a part of this growing movement called YouTube. All right, next up. I would be interested in knowing how long the video making process takes you, seeing as you seem to have relatively few cuts and are able to speak about a topic in a very interesting and uninterrupted manner. Is there a lot of preparation involved, and how many takes do you usually end up shooting per video? I'm actually going to be doing a video on this exact process in the future, so I won't go super in depth on it, but I would say the average shooting process of the actual filming is, if it's just like a video like this where I'm talking, that's probably about an hour. If it's something where I've got a lot of B-roll shots of like whether I'm reviewing a phone and I've got to get cool little angles, that can take several hours. Editing takes another hour to 2 hours, and then there's just the preparation. So usually I try to research everything. I try to kind of script everything out ahead of time. Not always word for word. Sometimes it's bullet points, sometimes it is word for word, but that helps me just make sure that everything I'm giving you guys is accurate for the most part. I know I've slipped in the past, but yeah, the whole process, I usually try to break that up through the week. So maybe Monday and Tuesday I'm doing research, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm getting some of the B-roll stuff, and then Friday and Saturdays when I'm adding the voiceover or the face-to-face talking here, and then all the video editing. So yeah, more of that to come. Good question, though. Here's one. If you are getting a large pizza, how many slices would you get? 8 or 12 slices? Well, of course I get 12 slices. I get more pizza. Just kidding. I'm not an idiot. I've seen this before. I've seen these videos. Obviously, regardless of how you slice it, it's the same dang pizza. And I eat pretty big slices, so I'd actually would like a 4-piece pizza. Then I can just get a nice big slice, fold it up, and go on in. So thanks for the trick question, but you're not fooling me today. Okay, I'm glad somebody asked this. What is the painting behind you? Self-portrait? There it is. Okay, I've gotten so many hate comments about this painting here. You can't see it as well in this room. In the other place where I recorded, it was much more obvious. This is not a self-portrait of me, okay? I would never get a self-portrait of me made. A lot of people calling me very egotistical for having this self-portrait. If you are not familiar with it, this is called The Kramer, a very famous painting from the hit show Seinfeld. So I'll link to that below as well on Amazon if you want to buy yourself a Kramer poster. But I'm a big fan of Seinfeld. I threw that up there. But yes, that is Kramer from Seinfeld, not me. Although I'm complimented that you think I look like Kramer. Or maybe that's an insult. I don't know. But yeah, that's Kramer, not me. What do you think is better, a MacBook or Surface Book? So this is a complicated question because there's different pros and cons, but the short answer is I lean towards the MacBook. I love, love, love the operating system of Mac OS better than Windows. I do like Windows, and it certainly wins in some areas, but if I had to go buy one right now for my work, whether it's stationary sitting here or traveling, I'm going to lean towards the MacBook, although I do love the portability of the Surface Book and being able to turn it into a tablet. But yeah, I'm going to go with MacBook, but it's going to be it's a close call. It's not a landslide in my book. What do you think is a bigger bang for your buck between a Windows PC and a Mac? Hands down, a Windows PC. Now, I love Mac, but if I was building a beast of a computer for gaming or for video editing, which I'm hoping to do sometime this year, I'm definitely going PC. You get a much, much bigger bang for your buck. What year do you think there will be no need for cables in the world we live in? Give an estimate. That's really tough. Obviously, a lot of companies, even the Google Pixel 2 here, got rid of the headphone jack, which is funny because they made fun of Apple for doing the same thing last year, and then they went ahead and did it. I don't think it will be too long before all flagship phones have removed the headphone jack. Honestly, it's not as big of a deal as I thought it would be, especially because they ship with an adapter. But I'm probably going to get Bluetooth headphones anyway soon because they are a lot more affordable than they once were. And I do a lot of running, and it'd just be nice to have Bluetooth headphones instead of a wire bouncing around. But in terms of a wireless future, I mean, gosh, it's tough. When you got monitors, uploading to camera with like SD cards and stuff like that, like ports are necessary, and I don't think we're going to be in this like completely wireless world for a while. Gosh, I'm going to say 10 years if I had to pick that soon. It probably won't even be that soon, but in 10 years, I could see us being a lot less wired in than we are right now. How do you feel about companies like OnePlus offering high-end phones at almost half the price of competitors? I love it. OnePlus, I think, is one of the most underrated smartphones out there. And sure, it's not going to compete completely with the iPhone or the Google Pixel or Samsung's flagship phones, but it's up there. And considering the price, it's one of the best buys you can make right now. So OnePlus has a beautiful camera, and it gets the job done. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you're paying for, but I like that we're seeing these really good quality phones for a cheap price because it keeps the bigger companies, even Google, in check to make sure that their prices aren't going too high. I hate how Apple has raised their price to essentially $1,000 a phone because Google raised their price. Samsung's going to be gravitating towards that $1,000 number, and companies like OnePlus I think will kind of help balance things out to keep these companies in check, because if it gets too expensive and OnePlus is able to build a phone that's maybe not as good but just as good, but it's half the price, OnePlus I think has a bright future and could make a big dent in the share of the market with smartphones. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, super happy and pleased with how OnePlus has grown so far. How is your boosted board? It's great. It's actually right there. That was a bad angle. Here we go. Right there. This is the boosted board. I live in Utah. It is ice cold, so I have not ridden that thing for a while, but I am itching for spring and summer to get here, especially considering I have the extended battery pack, which has yet to be shipped to me since I ordered it or pre-ordered it who knows how long ago, but I currently get about 5 to 6 miles depending on my speed of range, whereas I should be getting like around 10 to 12 with this new battery on the way. So I'll be sure to let you guys know how that battery is going. But the boosted board is holding up. If you're wondering about the durability, yeah, no problems there. It's been awesome. All right, so I think that about does it for a little Q&A session. I don't want to bore you folks too long. I do have some others. I'll probably do another Q&A video in the future. So if you have a question that you would like answered on a future Q&A, go ahead and leave it in the comments section below. I am super excited for 2018. It's going to be a great year. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've got a whole new, I guess you could say, style/series of videos that I have not done before that will be pretty prominent here in 2018. We'll see how it goes. But love you guys, appreciate the support, and I will see you next Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you.